The Kitchen Carnival, www.kitchencarnival.org. Together 2012's Kitchen Carnival Bats project ran from June to September 2021. It brought our usual outdoor carnival arts programme directly into participants' homes. All of our usual in-person workshops were delivered on Zoom. Instead of us providing the materials for them, participants were facilitated to use recycling and other things that they already had at home. We'd already decided in 2019 to embed the mask traditions of Trinidad and Tobago into our carnival arts work and to move away from samba traditions. Samba costumes are skimpy and sexualised and always needed adapting. They also use a lot of plastic and feathers, so are very bad for the environment. Masks is character-based and therefore can be tailored much more to the individual. It was also easy to embed recycling using mask traditions. Originally, we'd planned to explore 3 mask characters in 2020. Now we opted for just one, the bat, which was the most flexible and the most apt. The project involved Together 2012's Art Club, Dance on Screen Club, Photographers and Filmmakers Club, and Youth Together. Participants made percussion instruments from kitchen recycling. They watched films of bats and developed bat dance movements. They made puppets from paper and bin liners, and they made simple bat masks using templates that we developed. We shared our designs on our website so that anyone could join in from home. We also included links to bat films, photos, facts and tunes. On 7th of July, Clarice Salandy began delivering a series of weekly carnival arts workshops. Club's participants were joined by other members of our outdoor arts group, including from our associate drama company, Act Up Newham. Clary taught participants about the history of Mask Carnival. She shared pictures and stories about the design and making of the costumes she produces with Mahogany Carnival Design for Notting Hill Carnival, and for parades and events all over the country, and now online too.
For the Notting Hill Carnival, and every year there are different themes, and I think this one was for, I think it might have been for, I can't remember now, the 200th anniversary of the abolition of the slave trade or something. London is the place, for me it was called, and it was about the people coming from different countries and coming to London, and then London being a great place to be. And so this actually is one of the things that makes London fantastic. It's amazing architecture, and the wonderful skyline. So you could see the wheel, you can see the what's the one? The gherkin, the Shard, Big Ben shape is there. So here, that one would be Big Ben, that would be the Shard, and this is the gherkin here, and then the St. Paul's at the background, and other smaller buildings around to give a sense of the key things that we see. And there's Big Ben and churches for London. And so you have the River Thames and the skyline above it. So some things so the headdress is very detailed, but everything else is just a shape and an outline like a silhouette. So things can be quite simple in one sense. And the idea is, you look and see, it is the London skyline with the river. And that's one of the things that people love about London, is that it's this fabulous city with a wonderful river flowing through it.
Clary supported participants to develop their individual characters. She helped them to consider how this would translate into movement. Clary also supported participants to develop their own mask and costume designs.
First thing I'd like to say is that Carnival is not like some of the other parades. For us in the Caribbean, it's about you absolutely enjoying the moment. And because of the amount of joy you're having, everybody else actually gets that joy as well. So it's really important that you really enjoy it, dancing, and wow, this is lovely. And you look at someone and then they join in with you. So that engagement is really important. Now, we've given each of our bats a character, but at some point we could have done something that was more, because I tell all my group, eyes and teeth, and I say to them, okay, So if I'm dancing down the street like this, what do you think of that? You say, okay. And say if I'm dancing down the street like this, what do you think of that then? And that's the difference between just being there and showing how much you're enjoying it, but then engaging somebody with you when you go close up to them and you dance, and they dance with you. And that's very important. So in terms of what we want to do there, whether we're scaring people or whether, Barnabas, whether it's being fun, so the fact that you have a half mask, we can see the rest of your mouth. So are you laughing? How do we see your teeth? How does that work when you get close? So that it's fun. What does fun look like? So this is one of the reasons why I asked you for what your character is, because Carnival is freedom. So as you notice, I want the biggest wing and I want the biggest hat. Affirmation is the word that links with Carnival. And so I don't choreograph my group because I want each person to feel that sense of freedom and to go there and be confident in the way that they present the costume. But some costumes, like the one we looked at with the Thames, has a wing, it has a shape. And that, because it has that they can move like the River Thames, you know they're going to use it. So I also like to design the costume so there's something in it that does that. So just like this bat wing here is moving on the chair, when I put that back wing on a wing on somebody's back, when they move, it's moving as well. And they get all excited and they look up and they see the big costume and it's like, wow, and then they just love doing it. And you have to do that as well with your bats and your characters. Love doing it. And then what you would be sharing with everybody else is the joy that you've done it. They look at the work that you've done to make it. They look and say, wow, I wonder how long that took to make. Look at how different they are. And when they see our film, they will see how creative everybody is. Every bat is different. We're so unique. Every movement is different. So it's the music we have to get right now.
The Together 2012 Music Club also hosted 2 evening carnival percussion workshops, playing kitchen pots and pans. These were led by Zimali Kadina Guskos, who had worked with us at previous carnivals.
On the pot. 1, 2, 3, 4, I like toast and jam. 1, 2, 3, 4, I like toast and jam. 1, 2, 3, 4, I like toast and jam.
Over August, participants filmed themselves dancing and playing percussion. Some used their phones and some were facilitated to film on Zoom. The final digital performance for Hackney Carnival at Home, BATS, was mixed together by our artistic director, Dr. Jew Gosling, aka Jew90. We made it no longer than a street performance in front of the judges, and a lot shorter than many groups actually perform for. We were careful to consider carnival judging criteria when creating it: performance, choreography, music, costume and design, theme interpretation, and storytelling. We included references to the Catholic history of carnival and to the pandemic. We also referenced Windrush and the film Paddington. We were very pleased to have the film accepted for inclusion in Hackney Carnival at Home. It's also on our website for everyone to enjoy and has been screened on Junkanoo. We have never enjoyed such a rich carnival arts experience as we did the year when we took our outdoor arts programme indoors. It offered access and performance opportunities to people who lacked support to attend in-person activities and events, which was a long-standing problem. This was the first time that anyone who wanted to perform could take part, rather than just those who had the support and energy to get to Carnival. Many people were excluded from in-person activities before COVID. Many more are now. In 2022, the Kitchen Carnival returns online again with a fancy sailors theme.
I really am so grateful to be in this Kitchen Carnival project because I learned a lot and I have become more close to what Carnival is and understanding what Carnival comes from, the history of every Like today, I learned the history of the steel band. And I also learned a lot about like I had a closer look at the face of the bat, the ears, the arms, the wings are longer than the body, and then how it's really when it closes its head and face is really, really close up and it becomes so small. When it's flying, it's so big and it like covers the whole world. I really learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's fantastic. We learned a lot from you too. Your film was amazing.